There's no handle on the door to number 10. To get through, someone on the inside has to let you in. The Australian financier Lex Greensill was given entry in 2014 when David Cameron was Prime Minister and given a role advising government on supply chain finance. But when David Cameron quit as PM, the roles were reversed. Mr Cameron took a role working for Lex Greensill at his company, Greensill Capital. And last year, whilst in that role, he sent text messages to Chancellor Rishi Sunak in an effort to secure access to taxpayer-funded loans for the company. After over a month of silence, the former resident here, David Cameron, finally broke cover to deny he'd broken any rules, whilst also acknowledging that communications between former Prime Ministers and current ministers should only go through the most formal of channels. But in this case, they didn't. And the current Prime Minister has now ordered an inquiry into that lobbying scandal. Boris Johnson hopes that this will draw a line under the matter. But Labour have other ideas. They want not just the investigation, but they also want an overhaul of lobbying rules.
There is a whole catalogue, chronicle of cronyism at the heart of this government. But it is also increasingly clear that the rules as they exist today aren't strong enough to tackle some of these issues around cronyism and lobbying.
And it's not just Labour concerned about the so-called revolving door.
So many people are coming and going from the civil service and from politics backwards and forwards into business. That's obviously good to enrich the experience of government, to bring in business experience in that way. But it needs to be, but it's barely regulated at the moment.
Calls for tougher rules are nothing new.
It's an issue that exposes the far too cosy relationship between politics, government, business and money. I'm talking about lobbying, and we all know how it works. The lunches, the hospitality, the quiet word in the ear, the ex-ministers and ex-advisors for hire, helping big businesses find the right way to get its way.
A decade ago, Mr Cameron warned lobbying would be the next great scandal. He's proved himself right. But lobbying goes far beyond just this particular case. And the question is not just who you know, but will it really change? Beth Rigby, Sky News, Westminster.